Welcome back to Real Talk. It's episode 207. I'm your host, Nathan, and I'm joined by the man himself, Timothy Turner, Timothy Chalamet, Matthew Neves to my left.
Yeah.
And today, we are going to be reviewing
Yep.
Justin Tipping's latest film, Him.
I'm glad you brought up the director instead of the marketing, which is just Jordan Peele presents a Jordan Peele production, a Jordan Peele.
They've been doing this for a bit, right? This happened even with the Candyman,
Yeah.
which he didn't write or direct at all.
No.
But it was like everybody sort of thought it was a Jordan Peele movie. I feel like 50% of the people that went to go see it thought it was Jordan Peele's movie.
It's like a modern day Spielberg, where Spielberg worked on so many projects as a producer, and his name alone would sell tickets, similar to Jordan Peele now.
Exactly. And I think in the horror genre,
Oh, absolutely.
anything to
Monkey Paw
sell
Productions.
tickets.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like it makes sense. I mean, you attach Jordan Peele to anything, and I think people are going to give it a fair shake. I think what Monkey Paw Productions is doing is great. A lot more hits than misses.
I would say so. I mean, a great example is Monkey Man.
There you go. That was a great example of like Jordan Peele's name attached
Yeah.
and ended up being a great film.
Really, really solid. But it was because of the fact that Dev Patel wrote, directed it, starred in it, put his heart and soul into it.
Yeah.
A little story about watching this film that I want to bring up. Saw this last night. We both did.
You and me both.
We picked the exact theater.
Yeah.
It was not planned. I was up since 5 a.m. on a shoot, and I was like, okay, I'm going to get the ticket because I was able to make it. It was like a 9 o'clock showing. Got some energy drink in me or whatever, and we watched this movie. And early reactions was it was something. It was something. I don't know, Nathan. Do you what? I mean, do you want to just get into him, or do you want to talk about premise wise? Because like,
Yeah. Let me just set this up quickly.
Yeah,
So this
yeah.
movie stars Marlon Wayans, who plays this character Isaiah White, a current
yeah,
fake NFL, because they obviously couldn't use league rights because of how like demonic this movie is. So
yeah, but it's then.
whatever, they're trying to do the NFL.
Whatever.
So he's like an NFL quarterback in his last season, very Tom Brady-esque, and he's like they're looking for the guy to pass the torch to.
Right.
And that is supposed to be Tyriq Withers' character's Cameron Cade.
Yeah.
And basically, he suffers a career-threatening head injury, and then he's sort of up in the air if he's going to get drafted or not. And then Marlon Wayans' character Isaiah invites him to this 1 week like boot camp to like see if you've got it, and if you do, then we'll draft you to the team.
Right.
That is the premise of this film. For the most part, we are at Marlon Wayans' character's house
Yeah.
for this 1 week of like trials, and things get weirder as the days progress. I at first was like, don't tell me they're gonna act like 52-year-old Marlon Wayans is a current NFL player,
No.
but it actually works.
Well, it works. Explain to me why it works.
Marlon Wayans is incredible in this movie.
Okay.
You don't think so?
Here's the thing about Marlon Wayans is I think he's a terrific actor. He's done amazing comedic roles. He's done amazing dramatic roles. We've seen that from Requiem for a Dream.
Absolutely.
I fucking love his early comedy films. A lot of his recent ones I could live without.
Sure, but nonetheless, he's a legend.
He's a legend, and I think that he's giving it his all in this film. The issue I have is misdirection. I feel like this director, Justin Tipping, was like, I get to work with Marlon Wayans. Hey, Marlon, just go fucking ham. Just go all out. The issue with that, with a lot of directors do, is because of how big these actors' names are, how big their status is, they don't try to give them a character. It doesn't feel like I'm seeing a character from Marlon Wayans in this film, which is a shame because there's a lot of great moments of his acting ability in this fucking movie. When he yells, I felt it when he's getting those moments, but it's standing on top of nothing to me. It feels like I'm just like letting it's like, okay, this is the part where he yells. This is the part where, you know, you got to test this, you got to test that, and little snippets of it. We can go more into it as we get along, but that's kind of what I felt for Not only his performance, but all of the performances. If anything, Marlon Wayans was the one that was the least annoying. Like, in my opinion, it was the
Yeah.
best one by default. Let's be honest.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. Like, I thought he had a character here in a sense, because I think he does a good job of playing like hey, I'm the cool, charismatic quarterback guy, but I'm also like fucked.
Yeah, more leaning into the fuck territory.
Sure.
I really wanted more of the transition of like, hey, I'm the normal guy. Hey, I'm like this older star, but I'm so glad you're getting into it and stuff. But right off the bat, he's like fucking dealing with dead animals and shit. I'm
Yeah,
like,
he's doing demonic shit, and I'm like,
Already?
you're not gonna react to that, but they sort of let it go, right? And then
Yeah.
in the middle of it, there's still some scenes where he's the cool, charismatic guy. There's like a scene in the sauna where he's like, really leveling with him on a personal level. So I think Marlon Wayans does a good job of trying to be both of those. Like, I believe him as both of those. I believe him as the cool, charismatic quarterback star of the league, and I believe him as this like demonic guy.
Yeah, I'm very mixed on it because of the pacing of this movie. This pacing doesn't do him any favors. The direction doesn't do him any favors. I feel like Marlon was just trying his best to like make sense out of this fucking script.
Yeah, look, the problem is not a lot of shit happens.
Yeah. It's kind of insane. It's kind of insane how not a lot happens, but I'm so frustrated because it's acting like there is.
Right.
It's so up its own fucking ass at times that I'm thinking to myself like, okay, but what are you trying to say for this? What are you trying to say? Like, if you're gonna be acting all profound and shit, don't shy away and be like, oh well, everything's just fucked up, dude. It's fucking crazy. It's all satanic bullshit. Like, yeah, but like, why? Like,
Right.
you got to put some effort into the explanations. You can't just be like, oh, Marlon Wayans is just fucked in the head
Yeah,
now.
like, oh, it's a cult. Like, the it's a cult at the end is like
Yeah.
something we've seen so many times now.
Millions of times. And something about this film, I'm like, okay, what makes this newer? What makes this stand out? And I'm trying to figure it out as we're talking about it. But yeah, in my opinion, Marlon is, in my opinion, yes, I agree, the best actor in this film.
Absolutely. And I think, look, what makes it newer, what makes it stand out is that it's a sports horror movie. That's
Yeah.
never, that itself has never really been done.
Not really.
And I think I love the premise more than anything about this movie. And I think that's why I left feeling, I guess, a little bit more positive than you, is because I was really in love with this premise.
Yeah.
This premise of, well, incorporating sports and horror elements, I think worked really well in certain aspects. And I also think this premise of just like what it takes to be the greatest of all time,
Yeah.
and like what it takes to be the 1% of the 1%,
Right.
and how to be that guy, maybe it takes more than just God-given talent and hard work.
Yeah.
I loved that setup, and that premise was so good
Yeah.
that it allowed me to just buy into the first half of this movie. And I felt good about the first half of this movie. This movie is shot beautifully.
There are some really beautiful shots in this movie that I fucking loved. Like, one of my most favorites is the shot with the helmet and the visor with the blues and reds,
incredible.
and then Marlon's yelling at him
Yes.
face to face. That's amazing. I feel like the simpler the framing of this movie, the better. When it's trying to do some elaborate shit, I'm like, okay, you are not okay. Step back a bit, guys.
Yeah.
Because there's certain parts of the framing and pacing where it's like great montage, way too long. You're making this stay on way too long. It's kind of like you had a good joke. Don't trail off with the bit. Like, shut the fuck up and get to the next scene. But this movie doesn't know when to quit sometimes.
Yeah, and I didn't really feel that in the first half, because the first half of this movie is like, okay, we're posing a lot of questions, but surely we'll get answers to them.
Did we get any answers, Nathan?
No.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. But what I'm saying is, I actually really enjoyed the first half. I was there for the ride. I love this premise. I have no problem with anybody's performance in this. I think everybody's trying really hard. If there is a critique about the performances, I think it's from a direction standpoint.
Yeah.
Like even Tyriq Withers. I know he's not a very well-known actor.
Right.
I think he was in I Know What You Did Last Summer.
The recent one?
The recent one that just came out.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
He's one of the stars of that. I think there's a bright future for this guy. I thought he was great in this movie, and any weird sort of reaction or moment from him, I thought was just like bad direction. Like I think
They didn't make him emote.
yeah,
The director was like, "Hey, could you just not emote at all during this whole film?" And he's like, "Yeah, but like, there's a lot of shit. Like, imagine the most fucked up thing
Right.
you have ever seen in your life, and this is how he reacts. Man, that's fucked up.
yeah. To me, that seemed like a direction thing.
Yeah.
Because what does come across is like you totally buy him as this like young, hungry athlete.
Yes.
And how like desperate he is to win, and this family guy. You buy all of those aspects of his character.
Right.
To me, like his reaction to the fuck shit is like it's poor direction.
It's poor direction, but also poor pacing and poor like story. In my opinion.
because
The poor story I'm referring to is like you're referring to him as a family guy and stuff like that. Why don't we get more coverage of their fucking family?
I know.
This is insane to me. Is like you want to cover these aspects of like this is my relationship with my dad who died. This is my relationship with my mom, with my girlfriend. What does my girlfriend think about me going to this? So I'm like, all of that is stripped away for cool images.
Yeah.
And that's the sucky part about it is because I do agree with you, Nathan. I think this movie has a lot of beautiful shots in it. I also think there's some shots that just look pretty lazy. Like, I'm sorry, but there's moments, like especially the climax of this fucking movie.
Yeah.
With the amount of great visuals it had prior to that, you end off with that is such a fuck you to the audience, in my opinion.
I really didn't like the way that scene looked, played out.
Yeah.
I have really nothing good to say about the climax of
Borderline
this
high
movie.
school short film energy.
Yeah.
I could not believe that they put however much money into this film to end off the movie like
Even
that.
the performances fell apart in that last scene. Like it felt like nobody knew what was actually going on.
It was like a domino effect.
Right.
Where it's like, you kind of got that sense from a few of the actors where it's like, I think I know what I'm in. Like Jim Jeffries, he's like, I think I know what I'm in. At the end, it's like, no, I don't. I really don't. I'm
Right.
kind of just, oh, fuck it. I guess I'm gone now.
Right.
And Marlon Wayans at certain parts of it is like, I think I know what I'm in. I'm like in the serious role. I'm going to be fucked up and stuff. And then there's a part where it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if this was in like a Wayans comedy moment. And I'm like, what? But like, what type of Marlon Wayans do you want? Do you want the white chicks Marlon Wayans or do you want the Requiem for a Dream Marlon Wayans? You can't have fucking both because then everyone's going to look at the movie like, what?
Right. Fair.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Is like he's good at doing both, but you cannot put both in one movie. Then you're just gonna have a lot of confused people, and I feel like we got that energy from the theater. We were both in the same theater. A lot of confused people.
I was looking around a lot, right? This is one of those movies where you like to sort of look around and see how people are reacting to this stuff.
Right.
How people are taking it. And I saw a lot of laughing.
Yeah.
Which there are some funny moments in this movie, don't get me wrong.
Intentional. I will give it that.
Intentionally funny
Yeah.
moments in this movie. Some unintentional.
Oh, absolutely.
With how ridiculous some of the stuff that happens and some of the reactions to the stuff that happens are. I think they're like unintentionally funny. But
Right.
some people were obviously grossed out. There's a lot of like body horror in this too. Like
Not as
close-
much as I thought.
Yeah, maybe not as much as the trailer made it seem it was
Yeah.
going to be. I think the trailer made it seem like it was going to be a very like bloody movie.
I was expecting like some brain shit to happen.
And it wasn't really that, right? Right, but there was like a lot of like the close-up needle shots and like
Yeah, that's
stuff
fair.
like that, which some audiences might feel a little weirded out about, and I do too sometimes.
Yeah. The weirdest choice was the fucking X-ray, whatever that effect is.
I love it. I actually love it. I'm here to defend that choice.
Okay, I am here to question it in terms of why did you like the choice? Is it just look good?
I thought it looked really good, and I thought it emphasized the reality of some of these hits. And that's not new. Like
No.
every football movie in
Has
recent
its way.
years is like, yeah, CTE, like we get it, like concussion. And,
Yeah.
and that's been a big talking point. They've made a lot of movies about that,
Oh, absolutely.
but I just thought it made the hits look really cool, and I thought it added a sort of, unsettling horror element to a scene or a moment that otherwise would not have that at all.
Right. I feel like it overstayed its welcome at various points where it's like it would have been way better if it was like that. Like
Sure.
it held on to the shot for 5 seconds. It felt like this movie held on to it for like 30 seconds. Like by the time like Marlon Wayans and the kid are fighting and stuff like
They
that.
do it a lot.
I'm like, okay, this feels lazy now. Like it doesn't feel like it's working.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, how do we make this fight look more interesting? Let's just add this filter. Another thing that I thought was pretty rough was the actual football plays and how they were shot. I wasn't a fan of how it was shot. Like I'm thinking of an example of recently of when we talked about Every Given Sunday.
Yeah, Any Given Sunday. Yeah.
Any Given Sunday. Sorry. And the way that was shot. I remember parts of that.
Yeah.
The football game. It's iconic. But it's like, this is a movie covering football. I want to see football.
Right. There's no real actual football game. You get a couple of drills in like a very
That's what confused me.
sequence. Yeah.
Right. Like, wouldn't you want to see like Marlon Wayans? Okay, I got my team. You got yours. You picked your guys. Hell yeah. Let's play. Just like one game.
Right.
One football game.
One even sort of pickup game, right?
Yeah.
That being said, I did really like the scene where he's turning around and throwing the blind passes, and when he messes up, the guy gets hit in the face by the football.
I like that.
I like the editing of that scene. It was like building this tension, the stakes of this guy getting hit every time. That scene was like really effective to me. I think that was the peak of like, I'm bought into this movie, and then it was a slow descent from there.
Yeah, because it didn't really know what it wanted to do after that. Because
Right.
it's like, okay, what's the direction you want out of that? Do you want these people to kill themselves for Marlon Wayans? Because
Right.
you're getting that impression scattered in this film with that guy, with the fanatics and shit like that. Another thing, like I feel like this movie is covering so many topics, but doesn't want to go deeper into it. Like it's subscribed, but it doesn't want to pay for the subscription.
Sure.
It's kind of like, oh man, I have like 7 newsletters, and it's like, oh, but I don't want to actually read them. It's like, well, then
Yeah.
what the fuck are you doing with this? You have the fanatic element, you have the Marlon Wayans egotism, which I feel like his character is reflecting a lot of celebrities currently that are up their own ass, that are very like, I'm a god, I'm a true king or whatever. There are some obvious examples we can name, but like the point being, like you're covering that, you're covering this, you're covering the newcomer learning from this, which gave me a lot of The Substance vibes.
Right.
I feel like The Substance did this way better in terms of standards and
Yeah,
like,
sure.
because that movie was focused on one thing. It wasn't trying to subscribe to like 60 other things that are currently happening right now. And this film needed to just have one topic. It needed to have one topic, or if you're covering all of these, you have to do better. You have to cover it better.
Right. I think that's absolutely valid. I really do. I think this movie absolutely could have benefited more from being singular focused and just focused on like Tyriq Withers and Marlon Wayans.
Yeah.
And how that relationship evolves over time and how he falls into like a deeper, how he like sort of begins to get pushed into doing these demonic things.
Right.
Gradually. I think of Devil's Advocate.
Yeah, man.
Keanu
It really
Reeves
could have been
and
the
Al Pacino.
Keanu Reeves thing. Yeah.
Right. I think about that with the sports element, adding in the horror. I'm like, that has a lot of potential as a premise, but the execution it's flashy, but it's nothing.
Wouldn't it have been way cooler if Marlon Wayans was the fucking devil?
Right.
Just cut out
Yeah,
all
just
that
go-
cult bullshit.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, I knew your dad, man. He wanted it too, but he couldn't cut it. I knew what he wanted.
And I thought they were almost going there, because there's one line where they're out shooting the guns,
Yeah.
and there's one line where he's like, "Let's make a bet. If I win, whatever." But he's like, Marlon Wayans says, "If you lose, I'll take your youth."
Yeah.
And when I hear that, I'm like,
You were thinking of a way better movie.
I'm thinking of a way better movie, right?
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, wait a minute. Maybe this will be redeemed.
I'm like, oh, take your youth. Like is
Yeah.
that what this is?
Yeah.
No,
No.
No, that line actually makes no fucking sense.
Doesn't go anywhere. Doesn't go anywhere at all. Like, you're just kind of like, oh, it's just a weird thing for him to say. There's a lot of lines where it just is like, let's just have him say this because it's fucked up.
Right.
It's like, yeah, but like what? Okay, it's like, you fuck my girl? How'd you fuck her? She suck you, and then he's like sucking the gun and stuff. I'm like, okay, Marlon, this is the improv moment.
I didn't like that one.
This is the improv parts. Oh, dude, if you're doing improv, Nathan, there's some good, and then there's some of those where you're like, oh, I guess we're keeping this in the edit.
Yeah.
I guess we're leaving this in.
By then, it's when the movie's really, really falling apart.
Why the fuck was Jim Jeffries in this?
I don't know. He's trying his best, though. I actually thought he was like way better than I expected from a Jim Jeffries performance in this.
Fair enough.
But they do wrong by his character. Like,
What does he do?
His character sucks. his character fucking sucks.
There's a part where he's like, I don't know why I'm here, mate. I'm like, same.
Yeah. Like,
I don't know why I'm here. Why the fuck are you here? Are you just, this ain't in the script. He's like, I don't fucking know.
And then his ending of like telling him run at that party, and
you want to know the one shot?
sucks.
You want to know the one shot in this film that made me this close to being like, maybe I should just go to the washroom. It's the one where they're trying to recreate the
Last Supper.
The Last Supper. I can't even finish the sentence because when I saw that shot, I'm like, I was like, fuck this.
I forgot that shot.
I'm about to head out. If they do more shots like this, if Marlon Wayans did the fucking with the kid, I'd have been like, oh, this movie's not up its own ass. It's up everyone's ass. Dude, fuck this movie. I feel violated.
Yeah.
Violated. Oh my
I
God.
think the balls to do that shot in a climax like this
Are you fucking serious?
is rough.
I'm thinking of another performance. Oh yeah, Julia Fox plays Julia Fox in another movie.
She's good at playing Julia Fox. I don't have a real. I have a problem with her character.
I think so. I think that's more what I'm leaning to because I've only seen her in one movie that I was like, oh yeah, you were good in Uncut Gems.
Very good.
And I feel like every director and filmmaker saw that film and was just like, yeah, just do that again.
yeah.
Just do that again, but like weirder. Can you be like weirder? Could you just act like a Kardashian?
Right.
Like literally, I just felt like that in this movie. I don't know why, but like right off the bat, her performance, and then not so much Marlon, but like it really gave off that Kanye West Kardashian era.
Sure.
Where I was just like, what? Yeah, I guess, but like it's been done to death.
Yeah.
We're at that year of 2025 where I'm just like, what are we doing differently with this?
Sure.
Especially the part, oh my God, you got to be good for the press. With the TV, you got to answer all these questions properly. I'm thinking, okay, is this even linear anymore?
That was terrible.
Are we just, yeah, it's divided into days, Nathan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Out of all the days, that was my least favorite. I was like, oh, this feels like a 2.5 hour long movie now.
After day 3, we were cooked.
Fuck.
After day 3, I'm like, is it really?
What was day 2 again?
Is it really the whole week?
Yeah. It was the whole week. Are we doing all 7 days? Whoa.
I mean, day 1 was just sort of like meeting. Everything was cool.
That was fine.
Day 2 was the heavy football training. The part that I liked. The sequence. The sequence I was talking
that
about.
was
Where he's doing
fine
the
too.
blind passes.
Yeah.
We're really seeing like what it takes to be a high level football player. And there's a little bit of weirdness sprinkled in. Obviously, the guy getting hit with the face. And
Yeah.
it's like, what
A little
the hell?
fucked up. Yeah.
Right.
What was day 3 again?
Day 3, I think
You would know
was-
better than me. I'm sorry.
Day 3. They do more. It's more of the football training, but I think
Right.
it's also like the This is where we start to getting like more Julia Fox's character involved.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't like that. I think day 1 and 2, I was like, I'm kind of on board, and then day 3 around after that, I was like, oh, this is getting bad. This is getting really, really fucking
This
rough.
movie's 96 minutes long. It's short.
Are you fucking?
It's 96 minutes.
This is the longest 96 movie I've seen this fucking year, Nathan.
I know.
I am
It
shocked.
felt really long.
You know a part I didn't like either in this movie is when they had the crazy fucked up looking mascot just come into frame out of nowhere. Wasn't that cool? Wow. The part
Yeah.
I knew I was gonna hate, like I was like, maybe I won't hate this. It's pretty good, was when he was throwing the football and then the football spinning. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Maybe there's something going on. Maybe it's foreshadowing. And then, oh, look, it's the fucked up mascot. He hits him in the head and the back. I'm like, oh, fuck you, movie.
Yeah.
You think you're cool? You think this is a cool moment? Fuck you.
I know, like that is the whole inciting thing of all of this. And in the end, they explain, yeah, like we've been grooming you since you were a kid to get to this moment.
That's
And
when
it's
I
like,
knew
you
this
couldn't
was
have-
no.
You couldn't have started this in like a cooler way. Like everybody just accepts that he got attacked in the middle of an empty field at like night while he was practicing.
His family's just like, oh, okay. What does his mom think of the father
Right.
and the satanic shit? Did she know? Did
Right.
any of his fucking family members know? We don't get that answer because they don't bring them back. There could have been a payoff. It could have been, maybe they were in on it. Maybe the whole family was in on it, including the brother who was like, man, you should do this. You should do this method. You should do that. He's like, he was just fucking with him just so that he wasn't focused on his family as much. Focus on the game.
Right.
His whole family drank the Kool-Aid, and he's the only one that's like, I need to get out of this or whatever. Maybe his love interest, maybe his girlfriend was like, we should get out of this. You know, you don't get any interesting character arcs from any fucking person in this movie.
Right.
Okay.
I love the premise so much, and it just doesn't stick the landing. I don't know.
I was leaning into getting mad at this film, you know, like at least with Alto Nights, you know, I could clock out at certain points. I was like, you know, mentally speaking, I could turn my brain off and be like, oh, it's a mob film. But this film at certain parts made me angry, Nathan, because I'm like, wow, you really think you're this good? You think you're really this good? You really have the balls to do this, huh? This shot, this editing.
Right. It's sort of like, you know, what Coppola says about like pretentious movies and how
Yeah.
like, the worst thing a movie can be is
Pretentious. He said that, and here's the thing: like, I like Megalopolis. I like weird shit. I really do. But there's got to be something more to it. There's got to be an arc from a character. And the saddest reality is, I don't get that impression from any single character here. Even if you do have a character, a performance like Marlon Wayans has in this, which, with good direction, good editing, and a good story, I could honestly see Oscar buzz.
Yeah.
That's the saddest reality.
Completely agree.
But because he's in this dog shit movie, people are going to make fun of it. And it's like, it sucks because he's trying. He's really trying. And he's putting in more effort than any other actor in this film. And I would say he's the highlight. Him and parts of this film, the look of it.
Yeah, absolutely. The look, the cinematography is a takeaway. He is absolutely the highlight at 52 or 53. He got ripped for this role. Believable as like a current NFL quarterback. Yeah. Like I was in. He did a lot for this movie.
That's good, man. Good for him.
So good for him. Shout out Marlon Wayans, man.
Yeah.
Final reviews. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
This movie has a 33% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think this movie's good, but I think that's a bit unfair. I honestly do. I think premise, performances, cinematography carry this movie to at the very least a 5 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 because I really love this premise and the performances.
Okay, fair enough. I thought you were gonna rate it higher, but that is fair. I'm giving this, as we were talking, I was bordering a 2 out of 10, but I'm like, you know what? It looks better than Alto Nights. I'd probably do 3 out of 10. 1.5 out of 5. No, I was actually furious at parts. If I rewatch this film, Nathan, I'd probably rate it lower. So I'm never coming back to this film ever again.
Yeah, it's definitely one that I don't think I'll ever revisit either.
No. Oh
but
my God.
there it is. What did you guys think of him? Have you seen it? Are we wrong on this one? Are the audience score wrong on this one?
I kind
I
of
don't know.
agree
I'm
with...
seeing some people defending it. So let us know in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to your boys if you're new here. It means the world to us. And most importantly, don't forget to take care and brush your hair. Peace.